They stole my life savings with a crypto scam. They thought I was an easy target, just another name on a long list of victims. For a while, they were right. I was devastated, broken, and felt completely powerless. But then, a thought sparked. What if I could use their own playbook against them? What if I could become the very thing they hunt? So I disappeared, and when I returned, I wasn't a victim anymore. I was a whale, a high roller with millions to invest, and I had an offer they couldn't refuse. I created a project so greedy, so tantalizingly profitable, they couldn't help but put their own stolen money into it. This is the story of how I didn't just get my money back, I took theirs too. The core of their strategy is greed. Scammers prey on our desire for quick, easy money. So my plan was simple. I had to become the ultimate embodiment of greed. I needed to create a persona so wealthy, so reckless with cash, that they would see me as the ultimate prize. I started by creating a new online identity. I photoshopped myself onto yachts, next to luxury cars, and in 5-star hotels. I talked big, making casual posts about massive crypto gains. I joined the same online groups where they first found me, but this time, I wasn't asking for help, I was bragging. The goal was to look like new money, flashy, and a little foolish. The perfect target for a more experienced investor to guide. It didn't take long for them to bite. The same group that scammed me reached out, smelling an opportunity. They saw a whale, and they wanted a piece. While they were busy trying to lure me in, I was building my own trap, the honeypot. I hired a couple of freelance developers to create a fake investment platform. It looked incredibly professional, with live charts, impressive-looking analytics, and a slick interface. The project was called Apex Yield Protocol, a name that sounds just exclusive and technical enough to be believable. The platform promised impossible returns, 300% in a week. It was designed to scream scam to anyone with experience, but to a scammer blinded by greed, it looked like the jackpot. The key feature, however, was hidden in the smart contract's code. While anyone could deposit crypto into the platform, only one wallet address could withdraw. Mine. I made sure to deposit a significant amount of my own, real crypto into the platform to make it look legitimate, a seed fund to get things started. With the whale persona and the honeypot platform ready, it was time to spring the trap. I told my new scammer friends about my exclusive project. I showed them my initial deposit and the ridiculous, manufactured gains it was making. I told them it was a private fund, but because they had been so helpful, I would let them in. This is where the psychology of their own game turns against them. The sunk cost fallacy is a powerful cognitive bias. Once people invest time, effort, or money into something, they're reluctant to pull out, even if it's failing. They feel they have too much to lose. The scammers started small, testing the waters. They put in a few thousand. I let them make a small test withdrawal, which I manually approved to build their trust. Seeing the withdrawal work, they were convinced it was real. Their greed took over completely. They poured in more and more, not just their profits, but the capital they had stolen from others, from people like me. They were so focused on the massive score they were about to make that they never bothered to properly audit the smart contract. They were sinking deeper and deeper into my trap, and they couldn't see a way out except to go all in. The moment came when their total investment in my platform surpassed what they had stolen from me and other victims combined. It was time for the final move, reversing their own signature tactic, the rug pull. In a typical rug pull, developers abandon a project and run away with investors' funds. In my case, I was pulling the rug out from under the scammers. With a single click, I initiated the withdrawal function from my wallet. Every last bit of crypto on the Apex Yield Protocol platform, my seed money, their initial investments, and all the stolen funds they'd funneled in transferred instantly to my secure, anonymous wallet. Their balances on the fake platform went to zero. The website went dark. For them, it must have been a moment of pure panic and disbelief. They had been scammed by their own scam. I got my money back, and then some. The extra funds? I couldn't keep them. That would make me no better than them. So I spent weeks tracking down other victims from their group, using blockchain explorers and social media breadcrumbs. I returned their stolen money, bit by bit. For the scammers themselves, I left one final message. I sent a tiny, almost worthless amount of crypto to their wallet, with a note embedded in the transaction data. It read, "Greed is a hell of a drug. Thanks for the lesson, and the refund." I never heard from them again. They say you can't fight fire with fire, but sometimes to beat a monster, you have to create a bigger, smarter one. This isn't financial advice and it was a huge risk. But in a world where scammers often get away with it, this was my way of balancing the scales. Thank you for watching this story. If you found this journey as wild as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Stay safe out there.